Hi, Rafael. Thank you very much for your really interesting podcast, mate. Well, off the cuff, I'm wearing a t-shirt about Australian football, right? And the reality is, well, I have listened to your podcast lots of hours ago, but when I have to go get off my home today, I was looking for a t-shirt and I found this one, and I said to me, okay, this is the most suitable t-shirt for now. You reminded me it. First of all, I have a question to you. Are you a Brazilian guy living in Australia? Wait a moment. Okay, I had to interrupt a little bit in the video because I had to ask a question to somebody, and I want to ask you, are you a Brazilian guy living in Australia? So, well, I have an uncle who lives in Australia, and I have been to Australia more than 4 years ago, and it's really interesting. Well, the reality is that you have raised a topic related to football or soccer, as you have said. And it's really interesting how Australian soccer has developed the last years. You know, I'm not an expert, but I know some basic stuff, cause, well, basically I'm used to time to time checking some information on the Wikipedia, right? So but I'm not an expert, but I know a little bit about it, and actually, by chance, when I was in Australia, I was on the month of between December of 2014 and January 2015, right? And just before I left Australia, I remember when I was there, that I saw some advertisement about the Asian Cup, right? And, well, then I have to leave Australia, and I checked it out right afterwards, and then I saw that then Australia has won that championship, right? And I guess that was the first time that Australia has won that championship. I know that Australia used to take part in the Oceania Football Association, right? But now they have joined to the Asian Association, right? And I really think that is a good decision, because in the Asian Association there are there are stronger teams, right? There are stronger teams than can contribute to the development of Australian football, right? So that's a really good news, and I hope they could develop the football as well. They have sorted out to the last World Cup, and that's a good news. Well, perhaps you know that they in the future, perhaps in 20 or 10 years more, right? In 10 years time, in 12 years time, more or less, the new World Cup will have more than 32 national teams, right? That's crazy, right? That's crazy, because I really, what's your standpoint about that, Rafael? The reality is that for me, I really don't agree that much, right? Because it lessens the importance of the classification round, you know. So it wouldn't be that emotional to get into the World Cup, right? That's what I think about it. I know that the International Football Association, they have made these they have done this they made this decision. They made this decision mainly due to business reasons, right? So, but I really don't agree very much, right? Because then this classification round wouldn't be that emotional. On the other hand, it'll give more opportunities, right? So to other national teams. So it's definitely not easy, right? I understand, right? For example, here, my country is typically one of those countries who have to struggle a lot to sort out to the World Cup, right? But there are other countries like Brazil, which is easy for those countries to sort out to it. Wait me a moment, I'm going to pause a little bit the video. Okay, now I'll continue talking. I don't remember what I was talking about, but the thing that I was saying to you is that I understand that standpoint related to making more countries participate in this competition, right? The reality is that, well, it depends on the standpoint of each country, you know. For example, I guess that for Brazil is Brazil will rather the Brazilian fans would rather a World Cup with perhaps only 10 teams, 10 national teams, right? Or 16 or 8, right? Because they are on the top, right? The first place of historical rank, right? In the historical hierarchy, another word, right? But for example, Chile is one of those countries which are always struggling to sort out, right? But when I feel that when we sort out, it's a great new, right? But the thing is that now it would be easier, right? But on the other hand, there are a lots of national teams which now will have more possibilities to sort out to it, right? So, well, I guess that I have been talking too much. Basically, I keep talking in order to practice, right? To practice, because we know that this is really not this topic is really not that important, right? But it's a good topic to seize on this moment to talk a little bit. Okay, thanks for this nice topic, Rafael. Bye bye.